What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with another daily challenge video guide for you all. In today's video, we're going to be walking through the Orb Fragments tier 13 here, how I was able to achieve that. So with that being said, let's dive right into the roster here. For the Orb Fragments, we are allowed to only use global characters, so you bet I'm going to be definitely utilizing characters I've already used in my Dark Dimension 3, but we'll quickly talk about which characters are useful here and in terms of overall what the strategy is. So first and foremost, I'm bringing on Emma Frost because mainly for her, she's going to be able to cleanse the positive effects from the enemies, especially if they have taunt, so it's going to be useful for us to attack the operators. As you'll see in the gameplay that we're going to be focused on taking down enemy operators to win. I've also built up Ghost for my Dark Dimension 3, so she's going to be bringing on board here just to be the fact that she can actually take away the speed meter from our enemies, so that she's going to really be able to kind of buy us more time, especially in attacking those operators before they get their turn. Next, we do have Shuri. She's going to be providing protection for our team here with her defense up as well as her healing. And her defense up additionally also gives us a chance for extra energy replenishment, which is better for us to gain additional turns. Next, we do have Black Widow here. Black Widow, in my opinion, is a key piece because for controlling the enemy operators, her stuns can be very, very timely. In addition, I love her special in the fact that she's actually able to apply speed up and give us an edge over our enemies. And last but not least, it's going to be Falcon, once again, modifying the speed here for our team as well. Bringing him on board for the extra damage, which may or may not be needed, but additionally, it's also because it's special to actually be able to also clear stealth from enemies. And in addition to that, applying ability energy for the rest of our crew. With that being said, you guys, let's dive right now into the gameplay. Total team power is 347k. I've separated Black Widow and Shuri from opposite corners just because they're two of the squishiest characters, and I do want them lasting the longest because Shuri's got protection, whereas Black Widow's got the stun and the speed up. With that being said, you're going to find that this team may actually be a little more powerful than what you need, but I would guesstimate that you can likely do this with a 300 to 325k team. So from the beginning, I am actually going to use Shuri here. What I did is I put an ISO 8 skirmisher on her so she can apply the vulnerability. And what we really want to do in the beginning here, you see that we're up against enemy operators. We want to control these guys. We want to make sure they're not getting a turn or they're getting at least stunned. So really focusing on these two operators in the beginning is really essential, especially with them being next to a Merc Lieutenant as well, who can give them speed up. So we just got to be mindful of that. You can see right there, by using Ghost's basic attack, I was able to reduce that Lieutenant's speed meter all the way back to 0 because of the skirmisher vulnerability. So that's really what you want to kind of focus in on. I'm going to do the same thing now with Black Widow because Black Widow also has a skirmisher applying that vulnerability. And then really, the gist of the battle is essentially getting as much speed as possible. As you can see, I actually missed my my Falcon ultimate there. I didn't see that I had the blind on him, but that's quite okay because we have Falcon, we have Black Widow giving speed up, in addition to Shuri applying energy. You see that Emma Frost, I took away all their positives thanks to her ultimate, so we can keep stripping the positives away and their taunts and continue to use our damage and focus on the operators. So when you can, just kind of keep an eye on the speed meter of any of the targets you got to focus on. But really, that's kind of what I'm doing right now, and only then when we're done taking care of the first two, can we actually focus on taking down the rest of the wave here. So that just because, like I said, it doesn't matter how powerful your team is, if you're not able to get through those first 4 turns, then these guys win, and obviously you can't even go for the 3-star unlock, right? So that's keep in mind there. Emma Frost is also nice because they're special, because you can see here that I applied that slow on all the teams as well. So enemies getting the slow as well as us getting speed up is really, really big. So once again, Black Widow applying that vulnerability, and I'm making sure that Ghost is ready to go here whenever she has her basic, and we can definitely go ahead and take advantage of that and reduce that speed meter down. And the beautiful thing about that is even when she's using her special, that extra strike, thanks to her striker ISO 8, gives her that extra turn to actually attack again. So really, really big. That is one operator down, and now we can actually resume going ahead and taking down the second one here. And at this point, once you've taken down the second one, this is where I would kind of just save your abilities and stuns for the next wave, because now we can actually officially focus on taking down some of some of this cluster. So who I do recommend from the beginning is either Taskmaster or the Lieutenant, just because Lieutenant provides speed up, whereas Taskmaster has the blind and the stun, and that's quite pesky. And then only then would I focus on the next few characters. So you can, if you want, you can also stun some of these characters to kind of slow them down, because of the fact that, you know, we have so much speed up and energy from our team that it's not a big deal if you use your abilities. Like right here, I do go ahead and blind Taskmaster with Emma Frost, because I know I'm going to get my energy back anyway, so not a big deal to me. We have the defense up once again from Shuri, and then once again Falcon special. So really just giving us a lot of speed. Black Widow complementing that with the speed up, and now we can actually go ahead and just focus on finishing off these guys. So I do opt to use Ghost's ultimate to kind of wipe out a couple of them. That does, however, at 9 out of 14 enemies spawn the next wave here, being another Merc Lieutenant operative. So we'll go ahead now and take down this one as well. Fortunately, he's by himself, so not a big deal. Using Falcon's ultimate to do some extra damage. That's why we brought him on board with that extra DPS. And then once again, similar to the first wave, we're just going to resume attacking any operative we see on the map, just because of the fact that, you know, those are the ones we got to keep at bay. But also keep in mind of the enemies that we can finish off, right? So Killmonger is quite weak right now, so not a bad idea if you want to finish him off as well. And then you do see that thanks to that buff that enemy received there with the defense up and offense up, we just got to be mindful of that. Be wary of their damage. That's why we got Emma Frost. Even her basic can strip away the pauses, which is really, really nice for us. But once again, we're going to resume going ahead and just finishing off these guys. And then as well, that last operative. You do see that at 7 out of 14 enemies left, that does actually spawn another wave of 2 operatives. So I am actually going to go ahead and use Emma Frost here to actually use her ultimate, do that extra damage. I'm a big fan of that as well, just because of the fact that not only does it blind, but also gets that mind control to apply extra damage. So now in this state, when there's 3 operatives, it's quite alright, because so as long as we're controlling the situation with Emma Frost, as well as Stryker and Black Widow being able to apply that vulnerability, our Ghost is going to have a really good control of the situation. Even if they get a couple turns, this is the last of the cluster, so it's not a big deal. And once again, what's pesky about this, however, is those clones created with the taunt. So that's why I do like Falcon coming in on board here, because of his ultimate there. He can try to finish off some of them. Fortunately, wasn't enough damage, but that's quite okay, because again, we can't take away that taunt and positive buff from them. So we just have to give our time here. I messed up. What I should have done is actually use Emma Frost to take that away, but that's quite alright. Ghost's ultimate does a significant amount of damage since it's healing based on their HP, so not a big deal. So this is going to be the last one here. I'll go ahead and finish him off. So and that should be a wrap, because that's all the operatives there. So there you guys have it. Hope this video was able to provide insight as always. I do appreciate you guys checking out my videos. And once again, just to reiterate, I definitely think you can use a lower level team, especially if the synergy and abilities is more important. So thank you as always, you guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.